Jackson.
Some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
Checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Lauri Markkanen. George is out there with the Magician. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's Jackson at the power forward. Here's the Magician. Launches it from deep. The long distance three is buried. Here's the Chosen One. Brunson outside. Pass to the Chosen One. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Bridges with the steal. Runs in the pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Virtually no way to stop Towns. He's extremely dangerous that close to the bucket.
Pass to Markkanen. Bridges with the steal. And here's Towns. 2 points. That one goes. Towns has got 7.
4 straight hoops. Ideal start for them.
9.
Outside Jackson. George passes to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
And I like that. Markkanen needs to play like a 7-footer because he's got the talent, but he also has a pretty strong frame when he wants to use it.
Here's the Chosen One. Coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. No good on the triple.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
The Magician passes to Markkanen. To the wing on the left. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches from deep. A nice shot by the Magician. The Magician's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Jazz. Knicks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Drake. Rebounded by the Jazz. This their first look at this year's New York squad. So Clark, thinking back to the playoffs last year, coming to this building in New York, those crowds were loud. Wow.
They were, boy, Kevin, they were loud, they were engaged. The Mecca felt like it did back in the 90s. I mean, it's always fun. This place in Manhattan is rocking. There's no place quite like it.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Got a piece of it. Break the pass to Brunson. It's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively. Second, the Knicks.
And they've just been on a defensive tear. I mean, allowing so few points. And really, I think it's the energy with which they play.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a team offense should look like. And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Looks like it's time to get hyped, Knicks fans. Here they are, your Knicks 7-man squad. Time for your Knicks 7-man squad. Give it up for.
We'll be in a second. Let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Jusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, his impact on the glass is drifting downward. You know, sometimes as a player, your focus shifts. You redirect your energy toward other phases of the game. And that could be what's happening here. But obviously, it's a bit of a concern going forward.
Here's the chosen one. He's just been too hard to handle at the offensive end. His scoring average is just under 34 points a game.
Boy, there's Brunson again with that quick release. Always ready to fire.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allen LaForce has dug up for us. Allen, take it away.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. Now, Markkanen, after Jalen Brunson missing on that last three-pointer. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Here's the chosen one, defended by George. The big out to Town. Offensive rebound. Fires for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Towns has got 10 points in the game. Utah's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Here's the Magician. He has 7, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild. But they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now. That ended last year when they really bottomed out.
Here's the Magician after New York gets the 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. And 11 points for the Magician.
Boy, somebody lit a fire under this guy. I mean, he's crushing it right now.
Anunoby outside. Got it. He's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Boy, a player as versatile as Anunoby is extremely valuable. You know, he gives you defense, scoring, plus he can make a play or two as well.
Here's Kessler. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's the Magician. It's rebounded by Towns.
Working from medium range, he was trying to take what the defense gave him there.
Brunson against George. Pass to the chosen one. Outside, Towns. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And George kicks to Markkanen. Shoots over Bridges. Markkanen can't get it to go.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Here's Drake. And it's sent back by Kessler. Here's the Magician. He's got 11. Pass to Markkanen. Here's the Magician. 5 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. George, no good. New York's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Here's the chosen one. He's got 7. And the Knicks miss again. Here's the Magician. Pass to Kessler. Here's the Magician. Now here's Markkanen. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Jackson against Anunoby. George looking around. Now Kessler. Pass to Markkanen. Nice ball movement by Utah. Jackson finds Markkanen. Here's the Magician. Well, you know that he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket no matter what team he's faced with. He averages about 31.5 points a game. The Chosen One's shot is off.
He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
Now, here is George. Last game we saw him score 14. Outside, Markkanen. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Bridges passes to Brunson. Here's Anunoby. A three-pointer off the mark. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Brooklyn Nets. Outside, George. Here's the Magician. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they've done well in taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The Jazz have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. In for the Chosen One. Then for the Jazz, Nurkic checked in for Walker Kessler. Bailey comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Collier in for Keontae George. And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about talent.
This varsity action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. Second, the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Free throw good from Bailey. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Yeah, Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
Both shots good from the stripe. And this has got to be, Clark, one of the best offenses in Knicks franchise history.
Yeah, you look at the two-man game between Brunson and Town, Kevin, and it's virtually unstoppable. And you've got the defenders to hold up at the other end as well. This is a rock-solid crew.
So it's the Jazz now. After Jalen Brunson missing on that last three-pointer. Knocks down the three ball. The Magician's got 17.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Brunson with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. And the dunk by Brunson.
Boy, I love the assertiveness and commitment from Brunson going to the rack.
Here's the Magician. Nurkic just screen on Clarkson. The Magician, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance.
That looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And maybe a step out of his range.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. Here's Brunson.
And guys, still early, but I'd like to see them crash the offensive glass.
Yeah, offensive rebound so valuable. You have to be careful not to give up fast break buckets the other way. But I think you always want to send somebody to the glass.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go, and he has sacrificed so that the Knicks could surround him with talent. He said, winning trumps everything that I do individually. I'll do my part to help this team try to get a championship. It's all about the journey, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Guys?
Yeah, you're right. Putting the team first. Thanks a lot, Allen.
Robinson knows his strength and great value is on the offensive glass. Got himself a hoop that time, too.
Here's the Magician. It's rebounded by Towns. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hart the pass to Robinson. Banked in off the glass. Robinson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's the Magician. 19 points in the game. From deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. The Magician's got 22 points. And so it's Utah. Breaking the quarter forward with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more in store for you right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from the Jazz so far, what's your take?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
We've got Miles McBride. Anunoby out there with Robinson. Then it's the chosen one, and it's Hart. And at the 3, the small forward. They're the group New York will start the second one. Here's Collier. No scoring in this one. And that one, good. Collier's got the lead up to 9 now for Utah.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Drake the pass to Anunoby. Fires from deep. Down the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Nice job of setting himself up for that shot right there. Anunoby knocking down the 3.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. New York moving the ball around. Here's Anunoby. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, you know, OG has really improved his jump shot, but I like when he takes that thing inside. Uses his athleticism in the painted area.
Now, here's Markkanen. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game.
I think the defense gave him a bit of a gift there. I mean, he got all the space he needed to go to work.
Here's the chosen one. 6-point game. Hart, no good. Here's Collier, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Markkanen. Well, you know, Clark, anticipation is key in this NBA game. So often it seems the great ones can see a play ahead.
I don't think there's any question about it, Kevin. It's one of the things I look for in players. How do they see the floor? Do they make passes based on anticipation versus reaction? It's almost like somebody playing checkers and another guy playing chess. The very best players seem to be chess players.
Pass to Nurkic. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Inside. Anunoby slams it in.
Anunoby using his athleticism to force that one down.
Now Nurkic. Here's Sensabaugh. Scoreless thus far. Outside, Markkanen. Pocket 6. Here's Collier. Another miss by Utah.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Sensabaugh. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Bailey. Three-pointer, Markkanen. A chosen one with the rebound. The chosen one's got 5 rebounds tonight. Anunoby, good.
Well, it ain't broke. Don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Utah's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. To the inside. And stolen by Hart. Pass to Anunoby. Down low. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
He converts those at a high rate. Not that time.
Bailey misses. Now the Knicks with it. They're on an 11-2 run. Here's Drake. Hart left side. Anunoby outside. Pass to Robinson. Robinson throws it down hard.
Robinson doing the dirty work. He's known for that. Sets the screen, finds a soft spot, and gets himself rewarded.
Utah trailing here. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Check out this game in Zone West. Already we're in December. Take a look at Utah. They've had a very slow start to the season so far. Down in the bottom half of the conference. Pass to Collier. Out left to the wing. Nurkic kicks to Markkanen. Just 5 to shoot. Nurkic dishes to Markkanen. Fades back. Rebounded by Hart.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Anunoby. They get it back. Here's McBride. Oh, good with the triple. Jazz have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Sensabaugh. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Josh Hart. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard. And those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
And that one misses. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
Gets the second from the line. The Knicks have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. There's a screen by Robinson. Break the pass to Robinson. Now McBride. Nothing on the board. Robinson, that's good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Jazz trail by 3. Here's Collier. Pass, good sensible. 6 on the shot clock. Bailey. The Jazz again can't hit it. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 15-3 run. Robinson up top. Here's the chosen one. New York needs to get off the shot. McBride's shot is off. A tight game here in New York. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Sensible. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Towns checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Jeremy Sohan comes in for OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. Here's the chosen one. He's got 9.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And the officials will call the illegal spin right there. A moment now to check out some numbers for Jalen Brunson.
And guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. They'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Here's the chosen one. He's got 11. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Jordan. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Sunday, they'll take on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Right wing. Sochan with the ball. Towns the screen. 5 on the clock. Pass to the chosen one. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And it's a 5-point lead.
Moving it around. 8 of the last 10 coming off assists. You know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Markkanen. 6 points for him. Here's the Magician. Outside, George. Gets in the tray. George has got his first 3 points of the game.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Bridges outside. To the middle. Here's Drake. What a terrific move that was. The chosen one's got 15.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Jackson with the screen. Here's the Magician. Down it drops to the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now, here's Bridges. He has yet to score. The chosen one gets the basket.
I love what he's done in this first half, at least so far. Increasing confidence every time down the floor. You can see it.
Here's the Magician. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And after that great first quarter from 3-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
And Towns gets it to go. He's got 12.
Well, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
Outstanding shooting with the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites in offense. Yeah, they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead. You see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Now, here's George. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average of nearly 16 points a game. Here's Markkanen. Pass to Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's the Magician. And there's another one for the Jazz.
He is on one right now, carrying the offense. Just keep finding it.
Bridges passes to Drake. Towns in the corner. Over Kessler. It's rebounded by the Magician. The Magician's got his 4th rebound in this one. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And he comes up with the deuce. And now just a 2-point Knicks lead. Here's the chosen one. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
At the line, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Knicks. They lead by 3. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Right now, the New York Knicks are providing quite an entertaining and close game.
Well, they've been the more physical team, and we've seen that on the glass as well as all the other areas, guys.
Yeah, this team is built to rebound. We thought that might be an advantage coming in. And let's turn our attention now to the Rookie of the Year race.
Acclimating to the league is not that easy. These guys are already accepting the challenges and the rigors of the NBA, and they're crushing it. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which rookie might take even another step and separate himself from the pack. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. A fantastic game from the Magician in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. Heading underway here in the second half. Here's Will Hardy's five. We got Walker Kessler. Jaren Jackson is out there with Markkanen. Then it's the Magician, and it's George at the point guard position. Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
And he makes the first. Clark, how about the spark Jalen Brunson has brought to these Knicks?
Yeah, I tell you, I didn't see it coming in terms of how good Jalen Brunson has been, Kevin. I mean, I knew he was great in college, and I knew he would be a good pro, but to be kind of a franchise player, that's more than I expected. Playoff runs in all 3 years for Brunson in New York. Boy, he's giving the franchise a joke for sure, and he's a joy to watch.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Markkanen sets the pick for George. It's George finishing it off.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Second team foul.
On the wing, Anunoby. Out to Bridges. 5 to shoot. He doesn't hit that one. Jazz trail by 3. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Kessler. He can't hit that time. Towns with the defensive effort. The Knicks shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Markkanen in the corner. Outside Jackson. And George kicks to Markkanen. Jackson in the corner. Back to Markkanen. Jazz passing it around. Pass to the Magician. And they're unable to get the time basket there. New York leading by 3. Here's the chosen one. Here's the triple. And Towns throws it down.
And, you know, you got multiple options with this guy coming out of the screen. You can go pick and pop on you, you can go pick and roll. Towns can hurt you either way.
And George with the stop.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor lead.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Free throw good from George.
Name a type of shot DeAndre George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all three levels.
Pass to the chosen one. Outside time. Misses the wing jump.
Just 1 for 4 thus far. They have not found their rhythm this half.
A nice shot by George.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Here comes your Knicks City Action, everyone. Keep loud for them.
This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. The Jazz second.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long. So that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
Pass to the chosen one. Anunoby outside. The three, Bridges. Utah with the rebound.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
And here's George. 10 points for him. Here's the Magician. 6 to shoot. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. The Magician's got 30 points.
He's been terrific offensively. You can bet they'll feed him down the stretch, that's for sure.
Here's Drake. New York missing again. The Jazz with the lead. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Stolen by Anunoby. Here's Bridges, and it's blocked. Markkanen against Bridges. The three, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
You can almost feel the mindset he has. I mean, when the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
The lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
The Jazz with the timeout. Here they are, your Knicks and Bucks. It looks like it's time to get Celtics fans. Here they are, your Knicks and Bucks.
Over the last month, he's putting up about 21 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kel. That's not a good look at all.
Some nice passing by New York here. Here's the chosen one. 18 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Utah with the rebound. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. George passes to the Magician. And here is Markkanen. Kasouras screen on Bridges. Pass to the Magician. A chosen one with the rebound. The chosen one's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's deflected. Here's the Magician. He has 30. The Jazz with another miss. Clark, one of the better two-way wings in the NBA, Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he's a versatile defender. Has really improved offensively recently, in my estimation. Was second in Defensive Player of the Year voting one time. And over time, like I said, I think he's really added to and rounded out his offensive game.
And the Jazz with possession. After Jalen Brunson getting his shot to go from deep. Markkanen dishes to Jackson. Here's Anunoby, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
And taking a look here at some stats for the chosen one. The past month has been surreal. 6th in assists, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. Pass to the Magician. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back. It's just really struggling.
Here's the chosen one. 18 points for him. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
your Knicks City Kings. They are your Knicks City Kings.
Now here's Jackson. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Picked off in midair. Here's Drake. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Here's Markkanen. The Knicks making the shot. Here's the Magician. And that time, also a missed shot.
You can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
So it's the Jazz now. The Knicks making the shot. Shot clock at 6. On the way, Jackson. And it's off from three-point range. Here's the chosen one. 24 points for him. Towns for 3. They get it again. Here's Drake. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And here's a look at some of the most multi-dimensional players in the NBA. Not only can they pass, they can fill it up, the highest scoring point guards this season. And you look at the chosen one, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And you can't say enough about the value of a player like him. I mean, who can attack a defense in so many different ways from the point.
Exactly. It's just not his ability to distribute the basketball. I mean, it's the scoring punch that he provides as well. That's, to me, what makes him special as a dual-threat point guard.
And so he makes both from the line. Jazz trail by 12. Pass to the Magician. Back to George. Outside, Markkanen. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
If he was just a touch more efficient tonight, I think the score would look a lot different.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, since he's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. There's a lot to consider with NBA expansion, and Commissioner Silver said, quote, what does that mean for talent? I feel great about where the talent is right now in the league, but those players have to come from somewhere. How does it work geographically? What will it mean for growing the game? These are all good questions. Kevin?
Okay, Allie, as always, we appreciate the update.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
And so Mike Brown calls the timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Subbed in for the chosen one. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. In the corner, it's Bridges. That falls. Nice beat that time from Brunson. Brunson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's the Magician. 32 points in the game. Here's Sensible. Flash contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the arm.
Yeah, great concentration there. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
New York with the ball. They're on a 19-5 run here. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Runs in the basket. A rebound by the Jazz. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bridges with the steal. With a screen on Nurkic. Sinks the triple. Bridges got a pair of threes now here in the 3rd for the Knicks. And a closer look here at the hustle stand for the Knicks.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Now here's Brunson. 13 points in the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Isaiah Collier.
Yeah, with his footwork and strength, Brunson is difficult to contain down low, even though he's not that tall. Two.
That one falls for Brunson.
Did not take long for Brunson to force himself into the conversation of the upper echelon of NBA guards. Let's face it. I mean, he's that kind of player and leader and has produced at a high level.
And both free throws good for Brunson.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Here's Sensible. 6 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Nurkic a screen on Brunson. Pass to Bailey. And stolen by Anunoby. And that's broke down for New York. Bridges for 3. Utah with the rebound. The Magician's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Sensible. Defended by Bridges. Inside. Nurkic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming out. You know, throughout his career, Nurkic has always been, Clark, a presence on the glass. Terrific rebounder.
Yeah, he's a big guy who plays big, Kevin. He's not afraid to get in there and mix it up. He knows how to use his body from different positions. He's a terrific offensive rebounder, and even in short stints, he can impact the game with his glass work.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
And that trip coming up empty. Listen, both. The Knicks lead by 15. Runs in the pass to Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
Throwing it down. Oh, Robinson. Fully committed on that ball.
The Jazz have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Pass to Sensible. Here's Collier. Screen by Nurkic from outside the arc. And it's Collier missing. And so it's Harden who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. 17-point lead there. And the dunk by Brunson.
Can't overplay Brunson to shoot. He will go right past you.
Here's the Magician. Another miss by Utah. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Towns is out there with Jeremy Sohan. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's the chosen one, and it's Clarkson in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Utah with the ball. And with a three-pointer from Karl Anthony Towns. Screen by Nurkic. Here's Collier. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Hart, no good. Jazz shooting 47%, pretty solid. Tries from 10, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Outside, Towns. And a miss there on the triple. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Jackson gets the bucket.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
Here's the chosen one. To the right side. Towns against Nurkic. 6 to shoot. Here's Sohan. New York missing again. Jazz trail by 20. Bailey with the ball. Hart covering. Here's Collier. And the call is going to be, yes, it is an illegal screen. Going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions. Only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
Now here's Towns. And he lays it straight in. Towns has got 21 in the game.
Right now, Towns is putting on a show. It's up to the defense to try to figure out how to slow him down.
George against Clarkson. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And Hart has it in the corner. Now, Sohan. And the 3 off target.
He's got to know not to take that shot when he's so closely defended.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Collier from deep. George, a chosen one with the rebound. Hey, Clark, we know resistance training is something pretty much every player does. Is that prevalent back in the 80s when you played?
That's 4 decades ago, Kevin, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I mean, it's commonplace, and kids get exposed to the benefits of weight training and strength training for any sport, but particularly basketball, at a much earlier age now. So it's part of who they are once they get to the college level and then on to the NBA. But the core strengthening, the stability work of that area between your knees and your sternum, the middle of your chest, boy, that type of work has made a huge difference and would have made a great difference, I think, in my career had it been as prevalent as it is now.
Here's Collier. The Knicks making the shot. That doesn't go either for George. Here's the chosen one. To the paint. Here's Towns. Out to Clarkson. Tries again. Hart, no good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Collier. He's covered by Clarkson. Takes a step back. Towns with the defensive effort. The Knicks leading by 22. Throw in the pass to Drake. Three-pointer. On the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Collier. Pass to Nurkic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Here's Drake. The shot is good. The chosen one's got 4 this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just spanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Screen by Hart. The chosen one gets the basket. The chosen one's got 32 points.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And there's the call on Anthony Towns. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. A different look for New York. Anunoby, he's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Bridges comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jordan Clarkson. Then for the Jazz, Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Markkanen comes in for Bailey. And it's the Magician in for Collier.
You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
Brunson against George. That's his 6th field goal today. That makes him now 6 for 11.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Outside Jackson. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Markkanen. Markkanen with a slam.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Here's the Magician. And Utah again with the bucket.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
With the step back. Bridges, no one around him. Buries the long-range jumper.
After a quiet first half, he's really turned it on.
Here's the Magician. Clark, one suggestion I've heard for All-Star Weekend, a one-on-one competition.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Anything that would perhaps enhance the competitiveness of All-Star Weekend, I think would be helpful.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Outside, Towns. Pass to the chosen one. Stolen by Brunson. Anunoby passes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression. Well, that is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers that thing home.
Here's the chosen one. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
5th personal foul. First team foul. At the line, 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throw? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. To the Magician. Outside, Markkanen. Jazz passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. To the wing on the left. There's the Magician. Another miss by Utah.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's the chosen one. Here's Towns, and it's sent back by Kessler. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Brunson, left side. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Utah shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Here's the Magician. Outside for Jackson. Pass to George. Kessler setting the pick for George. Kessler with the bucket.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for New York.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in the bed. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the Chosen One.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Brunson against George. Pass to the Magician. 3-pointers off the mark. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. And it's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, the Chosen One.